Hello everyone, welcome to another math online lesson. Our lesson for today is changing fractions to decimal and vice versa. Let's have our vocabulary for today. We have fraction. It means it is a part of a whole. Fraction bar, it means division. Numerator, it is the top number in a fraction and it shows how many parts we have. Denominator, it is the bottom number in a fraction and it shows how many equal parts we have. Decimal, it is a number containing, of course, a decimal point. Now let's start. How do we convert fraction into a decimal? So let's have here two examples. How do we convert 5/6 into a decimal number? Now, converting a fraction into decimal is very easy. All we need to do is to divide the numerator, the number on top of the fraction, by its denominator, the number below the fraction bar. Okay? Because like I said, the fraction bar is also a division operation. So let's now divide 5 by 6. Again, the numerator is our dividend while 6 will be our divisor. Now how do we divide this one? 5 divided by 6 cannot be, so what we are going to do is add zeros, right? So let's add 0, but make sure that you add a decimal point here. And then let's just write it also here in the quotient sign. So 50 divided by 6, how many 6 are there in 50? Correct, there are 8 6 in 50. So what's the next process? Multiply the quotient to the divisor. So we have 8 times 6 gives us 48. Then what's the next process here? Subtract 50 minus 48, that is 2. Let's try to add another 0 here. Then bring this one down here. So we have 20 divided by 6, we have 3. Next, 3 times 6, that is 18. Then subtract 20 minus 18, that's 2. Let's try to add another 0. See what happens next. Then bring it down here. So we have 20 divided by 6, again 3. 3 times 6 gives us 18. 20 minus 18 gives us 2. Therefore, we have a repeating decimal number. So we can just stop here. Therefore, the decimal form of 5/6 is 0.833. It's easy, right? Now let's try to solve another example. How do we convert 3/4 or 3/4 into decimal? So again, let's divide the numerator by its denominator. So we have here 3 will be the dividend and then 4 as the divisor. So 3 divided by 4 cannot be, so we need to add 0 and a decimal point. Let's move this decimal point up here on the quotient side. So 30 divided by 4. So how many 4 are there in 30? There are 7. 7 times 4 gives us 28. Then next, subtract. 30 minus 28 gives us 2. Let's add another 0 here. Then bring it down here. 20 divided by 4. How many 4 are there in 20? There are 5. 5 times 4 is 20. Then subtract. 20 minus 20 gives us 0. Therefore, the decimal form for 3/4 is 0.75. There. Now how about, or how do we convert a mixed fraction into a decimal number? Now remember, mixed fraction, it is a fraction which is a whole number or a combination of a whole number and a fraction. Now how do we convert this one? Do we need to transform this one into an improper fraction? The answer would be no. Now, to convert a mixed fraction into decimal, all we need to do is to process the fraction form. Okay, so how? First, let's just copy down the whole number directly here and then add a decimal. Then we need to find what's the decimal form for 9 over 20. Okay, so again, in converting mixed fraction, all we need to do is to convert the fraction, not the whole number. All we need to do is bring down the whole number here and then find the decimal equivalent of this fraction. So let's start. Let's divide 9 by 20. Again, 9 divided by 20 cannot be, so we need to add zeros. There. Now we can divide 90 by 20. So how many 20s are there in 90? So first, let's write the decimal point there. So we have 20, 40, 60, 80. So there are 4 20s in 90. Then, let's multiply. 4 times 20, so you have 4 times 0, 0. 4 times 2, that is 80. Then, subtract. 0 minus 0, that's 0. 9 minus 8, that's 1. Let's add another 0. And then bring it down here. 100 divided by 20. So how many 20s are there in 100? You have 5. 5 times 0, that's 0. 5 times 2, that's 10. And subtract. 100 minus 100 is equal to 0. Therefore, the fraction form, the decimal form for 9 over 20 is 0.45. So all we need to do is to add the decimal number here. Then this will be our answer, or the decimal form for 2 and 9 over 20. Next, how do we convert this time decimal to fraction? Now, in order for us to convert decimal to fraction, we need to review our place value first. So let's say we have here 1234.567. Okay, now let's determine the place value of each number. Now let's start with the number before our decimal point. Now 4, the place value of 4 will be in ones place, followed by 3 on its tens place. Next, 2 on its hundreds place, and 1 will be on the thousands place. Now, how about the number after the decimal point? Now, the first number after the decimal point will start on the tenth place, followed by the hundredth place and thousandth place, and so on. Okay, so remember, the number before the decimal will start on the ones place, but the number after the decimal will start on the tenth place. Okay, so please take note of this placement value because this is very important for us to convert decimal to the fraction form. Let's start. Now here, how do you convert a decimal into a fraction in its simplest form? Now we have 3 steps here in converting decimal to fraction. First, step 1, you need to identify the place value of your last number. Take note, last number here. Next, step 2, write your answer in fraction form using the fraction bar. Next, step 3, reduce your answer or your fraction in simplest form by finding the common factor. So let's have an example here. Say we need to convert 0.25 into fraction. Okay, so first step, identify the place value of your last number. What's your last number here? 5. Right? Now the place value of 5 is on its hundredths place. Next, write your answer in fraction form. So all we need to do is to bring down 25, disregard now the decimal point, bring down 25 and then divide it by its place value, which is hundredths. Then we have now a fraction form. So we have 25 over 100. Now how do we reduce this one, which is our last step, into its simplest form? We need to find the common factor between 25 and 5. Sorry. Okay, so what's the common factor here? Now, how do we simplify fraction? So let's start by dividing both sides by 2. Can we divide 25 by 2? No, because the only number that can be divided by 2 is if that number ends with an even number, right? But since 25 and 100 can be divided by 5, so let's go ahead and divide both sides by 5. So we have 25 divided by 5 gives us, how many 5 are there in 25? So you have 5. Next, divide the denominator by 5 also. 5 here is our common factor. Okay? So how many 5 are there in 100? You have 20. Now, can we still simplify this one? So the answer is no. We cannot simplify anymore 5 over 20 because 5 here is already a prime number. Okay, the only factor for a prime number is 1 and itself. So we cannot simplify our numerator anymore. Therefore, the fraction form for the decimal 0.25 would be 5 over 20. It's easy, right? So all you need to do is to memorize the place value of the decimals. Now let's have this activity. Let's try to convert each decimal into fraction. So let's start here. 0.8. First step, identify the place value of the last number. Our last number here is 8, right? Then, again, the number after the decimal point starts on its tens place. So we'll just write 8 here and then divide it by its place value, which is 10. Then step 3, we need to simplify this one. How? Can we divide this one by 2? Yes, we can. Let's start. So let's try to divide both sides by 2. 8 divided by 2 gives us 4. 10 divided by 2 gives us 5. Now, can we still simplify this one? Again, we cannot simplify this one because 5 is already on its because 5 is already a prime number, so we cannot divide this one. Not unless our numerator can be divided by 5. But since our numerator here cannot be divided by 5, therefore, this will be our simplest form. Okay, now let's proceed to our second example here. 0.55. Again, identify the place value of the last number, which is 5. That is the hundredths place, right? So let's just write 55 here. Then divide it by its place value, which is 100. Step 3, simplify our fraction. Now, our numerator and denominator can be divided by 5. So let's try and simplify this one by dividing both sides by 5. So we have 55 divided by 5 gives us 11. 100 divided by 5 gives us 20. Can we simplify this one? No. So this is the simplest form of our decimal. Next, 0.124. Again, identify the place value of our last number, which is 4. So we have here tens, hundreds, thousands. So we have here 124 divided by its place value, which is 1,000. Then, let's try to simplify this one. Let's start by dividing it by 2 because both numbers is divisible by 2. 124 divided by 2 gives us 62. Next, 1,000 divided by 2 gives us 500. Can we still divide it by 2? Yes, of course. Let's try to divide it by 2. 62 divided by 2 gives us 31. 500 divided by 2 gives us 250. Now, can we still simplify this one? No, because 31 is already it's already a prime number and we cannot divide 250 by 31. So therefore, this will be our final answer. Let's have our last example here. 2.25. Again, same as the mixed number, all we need to process here will be the decimal place. So we'll just write it here first, our decimal, the whole number, 2. Okay, we'll not include 2 in our process. All we need to process here is the decimal number, which is 0.25. Again, identify the place value of our last number, which is 5, that is tens, hundreds. So let's go ahead and divide 25 by 100. Then let's simplify. 25 and 100 can be divided by 5, right? So 25 divided by 5 gives us 5. 100 divided by 5 gives us 20. Can we still simplify this one? Yes. We can still divide it by 5, right? Here. 5 divided by 5 gives us 1. 20 divided by 5, that is 4. Now this is already on its simplest form. Therefore, this will be our final answer. Let's now include the whole number. So our answer would be 2 and 1/4. I hope you learned something today and see you on my next video.